Hello! Welcome to this video on best practices for your blended or online courses. This is part 1, preparing your space. In this video, we'll talk about 3 best practices for preparing your space for your blended or online courses. Step 1 is simply preparing the physical area where you're going to do your work. Step 2 of preparing your space is making sure that you have either online or physical access to the books and other resources that you need. Step 3 is making sure you have the technology that allows you to interact in your blended or online course effectively. So let's jump into step 1. How do you prepare the physical area where you're going to do your work for your blended or online courses? Remember, reading is thinking. If you can find a quiet place with appropriate lighting, you will get much more out of the lessons. Whether reading online or paper copies, make sure you have a notebook and a pencil or a notes app on your phone or computer so that you can take notes about what you're reading. This will also allow you to remind yourself about any tasks you need to do before the next class. Reading assigned material should raise questions about definitions, key concepts, and the connections between the reading and class lessons. When you write down those questions and observations, you're training your mind to be curious. You're also reminding yourself to get answers and explanations from the professor. Step 2 of preparing your space is making sure you have the tools that you need for your course. Before the course begins, make sure that you have reliable access to your email and access to the course itself online. Once the term starts, your classes will probably require access to assigned readings, a dictionary, grammar resources, a notes app, and a notebook. Having these tools in front of you before class starts will make sure that you are focused and ready to learn. College courses always involve reading activities. As soon as possible, find out if there is a course textbook or other required readings. You can ask your professor whether online or paper copies are available. If you are entitled to accommodations, be sure to ask if materials are available in an alternative format. Being prepared with these resources in the background will make it easier to get through the course in an effective way. Step 3 of preparing for your blended or online courses is making sure you have the technology to allow you to interact. This means making sure that you have the best internet connection available. It means making sure you check emails and announcements regularly. It means making sure you have access to a word processor program that you know how to use and that allows you to save documents in a variety of formats. All of this will help you stay flexible and deliver on your course obligations. Taking time to get these fundamentals ready before you engage your course will help you feel more prepared to work effectively and successfully in your blended or online courses. So let's summarize. In step 1, we talked about preparing the area where you're going to do your work. Have a desk or a space or a place where you can work quietly and effectively. Step 2 was about preparing your space by making sure you have good online or physical access to the course books or other preparation tools that you need. Finally, step 3 was to make sure that you have the technology to allow you to interact in your blended or online courses. This means access to a good web browser, access to a word processor, and a period of time when you can reliably download lessons and upload assignments. In part 2 of this series, we will talk about engaging with the online space and creating a feeling of confidence when engaging in your online courses.